I'm just doing a little extra one. This is a part 2 basically from the little tour we did of the decks down below there. Hello. So actually on what's called the flag deck now. It's actually the observation deck on top of the ship. This is a great view actually of all the guns as well, so we can get a good view from above here. Hello. So those of you who watched the first one, which finished about 10 minutes ago, I'll just come back here. We can do another one. So I'll give you a little view of the guns from the top here. Yeah. So here we are. Look, we're actually on the top observation deck. It's called the flag deck, and it's where they got all the projectors. They do all the Morse code. I'm sure you've all seen the war movies of the ships out in the Atlantic signaling each other. Well, these are the big projectors on the top here, and so we can get a closer look here. Look. These are the ones that signal to the other ships. The way of, I mean, it was it's still called the flag deck, although they didn't have flags because they used to communicate by flag in many years ago, in the days before electricity and lighting. But it's still called the flag deck because this is how they used to communicate. So they communicated with these large projectors. So you can actually get a good view actually from up here of the Belfast guns as well. So we took a little walk around them earlier on, but we can get a good little view. These are all the anti-aircraft guns up here because these would be protecting the bridge. Yeah, so we can get you can see this all been preserved. Let's say, if you went on my first scope, it's actually a floating museum now, and it was opened. The ship was commissioned in 1938, and it's been a museum here in London since 1971. How much to get on? The walk-up price is about £9, but if you're in London, then you can usually get discounts to get into 2 exhibits or use your London pass. What's the range of fire? About 15 miles for the main guns at the front. The front 2 6-inch guns are actually trained on Scratchwood services on the M1, and so which is just south of London. So they could actually protect London if they ever needed to get back into service, but not anymore. You see this guy's just looking at the radar there. So we can have a look here. Look, so we can actually go up these steep steps here and go onto the control tower at the top. Yeah, about 15 miles. They actually opened fire on on D-Day. This was the second ship to fire on D-Day. It was actually meant to be the first. You see, this is where the officers would sit in the control deck there. You can see that. There's a little room there they'd sit in and direct all the fire, and that would be the main guns at the front. You can just see where we are here. Look, we're just opposite Hayes Galleria over there. That's the Shard in front of us. You can see Tower Bridge behind us. So we get a good view from the top here. Do they load from underneath? They actually, you can go into the turrets, and they actually they're breech loading. So you can see the anti-aircraft guns. You can see the shells on top. Yeah, so they would feed into the muzzle, and then they'd be fired by obviously the crew directing the fire. See the little seats. You see the original seats there. So the crew would aim their guns to the. This is obviously we want to protect the bridge because this is where all the officers were and the communications were. Well, it hasn't actually sailed since 1971. Although it was actually put into, I think in 1982 they took it for a refit. Hello there, Jeremy. Yeah, about 15 miles. They would actually, like I said, the main guns would actually hit Scratchwood services on the M1, which is now Gateway services. But it gives us a little view of the back here as well. We've made the large turrets, and we've got Tower Bridge in the back there. Look. So I wonder if we can just see what we can see around the other side. But I just thought I'd show you this one as a little you see some more of the projectors here. So there's some smaller ones here. It actually smells slightly a little bit of oil and grease and sort of engineering. If you've ever been into like an engineering workshop, because it is actually preserved. It is starting to. I mean, it is actually like 78 years old. You can see there are sort of signs of rust around, but they're trying to keep. They do keep it restored. It's actually looked after by Imperial War Museum. So you can see another one of the anti-aircraft guns there. So I just thought I'd give you this little good view from here. This is one of the gun direction sites. If we can actually see anything in there. Can't actually see in, it's a little bit misted up. But yeah, one of the things you can actually do. I haven't been to Pearl Harbor, no. I think it's that would be. There is actually this is actually one of 3 ships that still survive to this day that are actually part of the bombardment on D-Day, and there is one in Carolina. If you go and visit that one, I think it's called the Laffey, do you believe? You was never there in time to catch it when it's open. I will. We've given you a little tour around. You can always come back again. So there you go. So if we were to fire, we'd actually fire the Scratchwood services on the M1. I will, next time I'm around that way, I will certainly have a look. Okay, hello Houston, Texas. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of the upper decks of the flag deck anyway. So it gives us a little bit of a better view, I thought, from up here. But go back and watch the last one, and I took a little walk around the decks, and so there you go. I think I'll just I think we'll probably leave this one for that one, and I'll put the rest up on Twitter. So thanks again. As you can see, there's all the communications behind there, all the radars, everything else, and we can just see Tower Bridge behind us. So great little day out anyway. So thanks again. Thanks for dropping in. I'm going to go right down to the depths of the ship now, and I'm going to take a few photographs, and I'll see if I can put them up on Twitter later. But fun scope anyway. Thanks for joining, and I shall catch you all another time. Right, thanks a lot everyone.